Hi folks, how you doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. It's just a lorry going past. Just give me a second, alright? Obviously got some more wood for the house. It's had no roof on it for about 2 years. It's going to look ace when it's done now. I've been around it. Guy who owns it, he's really cool, really interesting guy. Yeah, so as I was saying, hope you're all keeping well. We're into January now. It's time to really start getting cracking with all the stuff on the allotment soon. But it's been so wet, it's untrue. I mean, we've actually had a heavy frost last night, which has made a change actually, because all winter it's just been wet and soggy, and the allotment has been like the Somme. So it's quite nice to have the frost about. Just give me a second, just got to get the gate. It's quite nice to have a frost actually. I'm hoping that we get some cold spell. Excuse me. So I'm hoping we get a prolonged cold spell now, and then that way at least I can get a few jobs done down the plot, because I feel like I've had about 2 months of doing absolutely nothing down there, simply because I haven't wanted to go down there and just wallow around in the mud like an idiot. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do is in the next 2 to 3 weeks get my onion sets in, because I like to start them off in pots in the polytunnel. And then once I've done that, I'll start then sowing all different seeds, you know, chilies, tomatoes and all those things to get an early start. Hopefully get them ready for like February time. So I've got plenty of time yet, but I've still got a few repair jobs to do. I've still got to repair the fence down the middle of my plot, but I need to lay some cardboard down first to stop any of the weeds coming through between mine and my neighbour's allotment. Not that there's any weeds there, but where the fence has been, you always get the weed seeds drop, and there's a bit of bindweed, there's a few brambles, so I'm going to cut them back, pop some cardboard down, and that'll do that. I've then got to repair my shed roof. It's needed repairing for a few years. I've just let it to rot, because I've got quite a bit of stuff actually to take to the recycle centre, bits of old metal and wood and all kinds of stuff like that. So the plan is to excuse me. So the plan is to get all that sorted in like a day or an afternoon, so I haven't got to go backwards and forwards. So I want to basically sort myself out a big pile of stuff, ideally ask a mate with a van and pay him some money, or maybe even hire a skip and get it all done in one go, because I can't do much humping and lumping anymore. And also we've had an interesting new development down here at Grow Your Own Life HQ, because I've got myself one of these. Check that bad boy out. Isn't she a beaut? I asked people on Twitter and Threads and stuff what it should be called, and the one I like the most so far, there's been a couple of good ones, is Kermit. So Kermit the Mini. Yeah, we've gone all electric. We've gone all electric. Isn't she a beaut? Isn't she a beaut? Oh, I love her. She's wonderful. Yeah, well, the idea behind that was that to save us money in the long run, because petrol prices have got so expensive, and we do probably 99% of our journeys just down and around Telford, with a few excursions like to Shrewsbury and the surrounding areas. So that car hopefully should save us a bit of money and be a lot more efficient, a lot more sustainable. And hey, if I've got a YouTube channel about sustainability, it's only right that I try out an electric vehicle, isn't it really? Now, it's had some teething problems, stupid things, as in like getting used to charging points and stuff like that. And you know, but it's learning a whole different way of driving. Not actually the physical act of driving, but you know, normally you can just drive your car and out of fuel, you just go and fill it up and it's instant. But you got to be more planned. So for instance, today my other half's at work, and then she's got netball and stuff later, so I need to make sure that whatever I do today, I leave her with at least 20 miles range in the Mini. Now the Mini is supposed to come with 145 mile range. The garage said you'll probably get more like 120, although if you drive it like a nun, you can get 160. So we thought that's perfect, that's fine, it's great. But then we found that obviously because it's cold, the battery goes down quite a bit. So we're getting about 77 to about 85 miles range in the winter. Now, if we're getting that range in the summer, that could be a problem for us, because we have some places to go which is like 45 miles away. Now, we factored that in before we got the car, because obviously we thought we were getting 120 mile range, and we knew the furthest places we had to go was like 45 miles away. So we thought, we're fine, we're all cool in the gang. But hey ho, it could be interesting when the cricket season gets here and we've got to take my daughter places. But we shall see. Anyway, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, as they say. So for the next few months, when I go off and do my adventures, I'll be doing it from my all new electric. And I'm pretty damn excited about it, to be fair. Yeah, I got a few things planned. Not look, anything too major, but obviously some of you might not have. Well, some of you might be here just solely for the gardening stuff, which is fine. That's cool. There's always going to be gardening and allotment stuff on Grow Your Own Life, because that's kind of a big part of my life, you see, and it's what gets me out and about, and it what keeps me limber, keeps me supple, and you know, my allotment is kind of my physio for my disability, really. So there's always going to be that content there. But Grow Your Own Life, as my intro video says, it wasn't just about growing fruits and vegetables, it's about growing life. And something that I've been doing a lot of lately, but not been filming it as much, is going places and just checking things out and being a bit of a urban explorer, as the word is, I suppose that's the best way of saying it. And I live in a really cool area. I live in Shropshire, so we've got some really good stuff around here, and really good stuff which is 50 miles away from my house, which is obviously a perfect range for my car. So the plan is, over the next few months, is I'm going to take you out and show you Shropshire, show you where I live, because there's honestly, we've got Roman stuff, we've got medieval stuff, we've got really cool places to eat. we are quite lucky in Shropshire, really. We've got some of the best countryside in the country. Even though the countryside is slowly being chipped away at by industry and everything else, we've still got some of it here, and you can still find quite a few really amazing ancient trees about the place. And for those of you who don't know, or some of you will know, that I'm an artist. I've always been in creative industries, so the last few years I've been kind of trying to forge my way forward as an independent artist. And I love trees. I really like drawing trees, so expect a lot more tree drawings as well. Anyway, this was supposed to be just a quick catch up, and it's already gone on for like 10 minutes, so I won't keep you too long. Honestly, I hope you've all had an amazing time over the festive period. I tried not to film too much, but I have got some footage that I'll be dropping over the next few months. But I've had laptop issues, so I haven't been able to edit videos. Everything's been edited on my phone, and it's a bit of a nightmare. If you ever tried to edit stuff on your phone, it can be a bit of a pain. So the plan is to get everything sorted. Actually, I've been doing some work for the local Green Party, as you know, Telford and Wrekin Green Party, and the guy who's running for MP for the Wrekin, Pat McCarthy, he's just given me his old Mac computer, so that's going to be a massive help. So vote Green, everyone, just for Pat. No, you should vote Green anyway, to be honest, because they're the only people looking after the environment, in my opinion. But we'll leave politics for my other side, shall we? Anyway, again, I hope you're all well. Please come find me on socials and stuff, because I love speaking to all you folks, checking out how you're doing. As you know, you'll find me on Grow Your Own Life, and you'll also find me, if you're not interested in the garden and you want to find a little bit more about me and my personality and stuff, check out The Wonky Doodler, because that's me. I've been wonky doodling for years, but I've never really promoted it much, just haphazardly. So going forward, I'm going to push that a bit more. So yeah, come find me. Grow Your Own Life, or The Wonky Doodler. And until next time, take care. Speak soon. What are you doing? Yeah, so I'm now charging the car at the local Aldi, because it's the one of the cheapest places to charge the car other than home, because we get used to be called Economy 7, I don't know what it's called now, but you get off-peak and cheaper energy, don't you, if you use it at night, because that's when no one is using power, and it's all to do with it's cheaper to give you the electricity cheap than it is to shut the power stations down. That's how it works. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm at the local Aldi. It's cheaper to charge here than anywhere else. I think it's like 22p a kilowatt here, where everywhere else is like 60-80p, because they're all rapid chargers and they're cha-ching cashing in on you. Yes, this is a community charging place. Now, I've been having a few issues with the charging of the Mini so far, but I think it's me getting used to it. Now, it seems to be a bit of a thing with EVs that everyone thinks that you can just like go and plug them in, and when you speak to the garages and stuff, they seem to say that yeah, you just plug it in and away you go. And we've had a few issues now, and I don't know whether it's the anxiety of making sure it's charged or not, or this, that and the other, I don't know, because obviously when you put fuel directly into your tank, you can literally hear it going in, you can smell it going in, all the senses tick off that this is going in, and then you see the needle go up, and you're like, I've got a full tank of fuel. There's a bit of anxiety around a battery, because there's a couple of times now we've plugged it in and it connects and it doesn't connect, and that's like freaked us out a bit. You have to download so many different apps. Honestly, I think we've got about 6 different apps, because you've got Charge Point, you've got BP Pulse, you've got Shell, you've got the Tesla one, then you've got the Mini app, and I'm not sure if you've got a BMW, Mercedes, you're going to have that app. And all the charging points are ever so slightly different. Like, I wish it was just a case of plug it in, I'd like to pay, and it's done. But some of you want to scan a QR code, some you've got to get a little fob and fob it on. And there's like, you got to make sure the light on the thing goes green, you got to make sure the light on your car goes green, and then you want to check on your app to make sure it's charging. So I've just been walking around Aldi thinking, is it charging, is it charging, is it charging? And then you get back to the car and it says it's not charging, but it turns out that it is charging. So yeah, but okay, we're like 3 weeks into having this car now. We know there's going to be teething problems. It's a completely different way of traveling, isn't it? But I tell you what, it's not as easy, or it hasn't been as easy for us as I think it should have been. Now, I don't think there's any problems with the car. I think the car seems to be really good. I've got to check it on more chargers and stuff, but I just feel that charging your car should have probably been easier than this. Does that make sense? It doesn't feel too easy right now. Excuse me. So yeah. So anyway, the plan is, obviously now I've got an electric vehicle, I know I'm going to have to charge at places when I'm out and about. And one of my favourite things to do is to drink real ale, eat pork pie, and draw. So when I do have to go to charging places, people are, oh, you're going to sit around your car and you're going to do nothing, and no, I'm just going to use that time to draw. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that time to draw. If I have to spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes sitting in a car park waiting for it to charge, it's not going to be downtime as such. I'm just going to use it as practical time. It's going to be 45 minutes of my life where I'm in the quiet of the car, I can put the music on, I can put the earphones in, I can get my reduced Aldi pork pie. This isn't too great, by the way, but I couldn't find Guinness 00, so I got a Brewdog Nanny State. It's all right. It's not the best. It's supposed to taste like IPA, but alcohol free. Anyone who drinks alcohol free beer, I like normal beer, but I'll drink alcohol free because I'm driving. Because I actually like the taste of beer. But a lot of these alcohol free ones, they have a bit of a sweetness to them, and the Brewdog one has that sweetness. Guinness 00 and Heineken 00, you'd struggle to tell the difference, honestly. But that one, you can tell it's alcohol free. So, I mean, it's £4.50 for 4 cans. It's yeah, but probably won't get it again. Anyway, and yeah, I got my iPad. Oh, let's see if I flick this around so you can see what I've been working on. Something I've been working on the last few weeks and months. My medieval doodle. So yeah, if you're interested in my doodles, find me, Wonky Doodler. Anyway, yeah, so this is like the first really, what would you call it? This is the first introduction to the electric car and the strive forward to sustainable living. That's what I don't know what I'm gonna call these vlogs yet. But yeah, so this is the shape of things to come, I think. There's going to be a lot more EV related content. Well, not a lot more. There's going to be a bit of EV related content. I mean, I'm all for EVs. I think they're going to serve a purpose. Are they the future? I don't know. Other things might come along. But I think we got to embrace it, especially if you're just 90% of the time you're just driving around cities and stuff. I think, you know, it's practical. You just got a plan. That's all. You just got a plan. But yeah, the way I was thinking is that if me as a positive EV person struggles with an EV, then it's going to be a proper test of an EV, if that makes sense. It's going to be if you're thinking about getting an EV, there's a lot of websites out there that everything's so positive and they never look at the downsides. Now I want EVs to work, I really do, and I want them to be successful because it will save me money in the long run. That's the nooks and crannies of it. but I also don't want to be one of these people that comes onto YouTube and just sings the praises of everything. You know that I'm not a Billy bullshitter. If something is going wrong or it's not right, I'll tell you about it. And I'm not sponsored by Mini or anything like that, so I can literally tell you how it is. But so yeah, so watch this space, folks. I'm going to eat my pork pie now, do some drawing, and I'll catch you on the flip side. I don't know why I did that. That was really weird, wasn't it? Sorry, folks. Take care. Speak soon.